Does your dog check in with you? Do they think about you when you're out on a walk or in other environments? If the answer is no, then you're going to want to keep watching this video. Hi, I'm Paula Nowak. I am the owner and head trainer of Canine Country Academy. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to teach your dog to offer to check in no matter the environment. This is really important because we want them to be checking in with us so we don't have to do all the work, but also they're thinking about us when they're on and off leash. That's part of having a good relationship, is that you're not constantly doing all the work trying to get them to pay attention to you. In this video, we're going to talk about the very beginning steps of auto check-in. This means that the dog offers to check in and you're going to reinforce it in some way. To start, I would recommend being in a quiet interior space, so I'm in my home office, and having some tasty treats and making sure that your dog actually enjoys them. These can be things you buy, these could be little meats or cheeses, veggies, whatever your dog likes. It needs to be something that they're willing to work for. Sure, you could lure your dog with a treat up to your face and teach them to check in that way, but that requires that you do a lot of the work. Now, if your dog or puppy does not think to check in with you at all, even after following these steps, then definitely lure them. We want to jumpstart them. We want them to be successful because some dogs just won't think to check in with you, or maybe they're a little nervous. So the moment they glance towards you or start to look up at your face, then you can mark it with a yes and then reward them. But let me show you the steps of an auto check-in. We're going to start by teaching this little puppy how to offer to check in. Now, since he is very small, we're going to start on the ground. But if you had a bigger dog, you would want to stand straight up. And no matter how tall you are or how small your dog is, you want them to be able to look at you while you're standing up. So what I'm going to do is I've got treats in my hand, he knows it, and I'm going to wait until he offers to look at my face. The moment he does, I'm going to say yes, or I could click a clicker. You're being a good boy. And then I'm going to give him a couple of treats while I say how amazing he is. I want to really emphasize that him offering to look at my face on his own choice, no prompting, is very important to me. And I'm going to deliver them right to his face. Now, if you have a dog who stares at you and never looks away, that's not the worst thing in the world, but you might want to reward your dog on the ground to help them reset. So let's see how Panzer does. Yes, good boy. You are so smart. What a rock star. So I took a glance to get him started because he's pretty frustrated by this game. Yay, good boy. You are so smart. What a rock star. So you can see he got pretty frustrated, started offering some other behaviors. That might happen to you, and I'm sorry you can't see him very well. Let's see if we can move him over. Come over here. But he was starting to offer sits and downs and some growling. Yes, good boy. Very good job. These are kind of crunchy. Takes a minute. Good boy. What a rock star. Good job. Ooh, there you go. Good job. All done. We're going to take a break. So you may have the same thing where your dog gets really frustrated when you start this because they don't understand what the game is. He hasn't played this before, so this is reality for him. And so he offered a bunch of behavior. I'm gonna give him a moment to let him process that, and then we'll try again. All right, so we're back with Panzer. We let him have a moment to think about what happened before, and I changed up the environment a little bit so you guys can see better, and we're gonna see if he offers eye contact. Yes, good boy. So smart. They're kind of hard to chew, aren't they, kiddo? That one. Yes, good boy. You're so smart. And notice he's offering to sit. Here's your other one. But it's not required. All we're asking is that the dog is quiet and potentially not jumping all over you. So they could stand, they could lie down, they could sit, whatever the case may be. They could be far away, they could be close. All we want is them looking at your face. Yes, good boy. What a good boy. And so as you can see with these treats, while he enjoys them, it's a little bit of a process for him to consume them. So in a future training session with this specific dog, I would use something that is softer and quicker for him to eat. Yeah, good boy. And you can see he's starting to get it. So just giving him a moment to process, literally only moment, he started to put together, oh, it's just checking in with your face. That's all you wanted. You didn't want me to sit or down or do any kind of funky things. Good boy. Very good job, Panzer. So when you're practicing this, I'm going to tell him I'm all done. All done. That's it. Good job. Good job. You want to make sure you have a treat that they can consume quickly, obviously. You want to work in a space that's quiet, there's not a lot of distractions, and be really patient with them because it may take them a moment to figure it out. What's great about us and dogs is anything that they learn on their own in a positive way is hard to get out of their brain. It creates a really strong pattern in their brain, and that's what we want. So you want to practice it inside, and once it's going really well, then you can practice it in your backyard or your front yard or a little bit more distracting environment and limit their options. Put them on leash, put them in a fenced area so that they can be successful. If it doesn't go well for you, it's too challenging. So back up to something a little bit easier. You want to be able to practice this everywhere. Now, when do you feed the treats? Well, you'll feed the treats once the dog is about 80% reliable and they're really getting the idea. Then you can start treating them every other time or use life rewards. Like if you check in with me, you get to say hi to your dog friend or sniff that bush. When you're not in training mode and you notice that your dog checks in with you, praise them, pet them if that's something they like, give them some other form of reinforcement so that they continue to do that behavior. So right now I'm out of treats and I could just be like, good boy, that was really nice that you sat there and checked in, right? So hope you have fun with this. If you have any questions, post them in the comments down below. But this is how to teach your dog to auto check in anywhere. Thanks so much for watching.